Sadly, most of us are not scratch golfers yet. We fat some, we thin some, and in fact we probably shank some. And that can lead to some high scores, but that is expected. But scratch golf might not be as far away as you think. After copious amounts of research and speaking to some well-established pros, here are 5 things that us average golfers are not doing that scratch golfers are doing that can help us shave shots off our score today. Number 1. And this may seem obvious, and we have all been told this many times, but it's truly developing a pre-shot routine. Golf is about repeatability, being able to make a repeatable swing that we can adapt each time maybe, but really and truly hit the same swing majority of the time in order to be the most consistent. And how do you do that? Well, obviously, you need to keep doing the same thing each time. And in order to make it the most repeatable, have the same routine every time you step up to it. Ball position, in the right place, step back, take a moment, whatever it is you need to do it. Rich Shields makes a great point. He has the 3 boxes. A box where you stand and you decide on the type of shot that you want to hit and you envision it. And then the second, you move forward into the second box and you make a couple of practice swings so you start to feel the shot and exactly feel it and envision again what you're going to do. And then the third one, you step into it and you play the shot. Many different techniques that people, use for this, but it's just a very good idea to get yourself a pre-shot routine. Pretty much all scratch golfers are doing it because they're trying to get the consistency. Now, a pro I recently spoke to told me this, and I thought it was a really good point. Find a mechanism that helps you concentrate for a short window of time. You're playing a 4 or 5 hour round. You can't really hold your concentration for 4 or 5 hours straight, and you don't really want to. You need to be able to come out of that zone, and then when you go to hit a shot, you dial back in and you concentrate, and then we come out again. So I saw one yesterday where a guy, whenever he does his glove up, that's where bang, we go into concentration mode, we go and make our shot, we play our shot, and then when we're done, we take the glove off, and as soon as the glove's off, we're relaxed, we're back to how we were, we can chat about anything, whatever it is, but it's just maybe keep it in your head. You've got sort of a mechanism that when that shuts and the Velcro's done, bang, we're in the zone and we're going for it. I'd imagine it's actually a really helpful technique, and it's something that us amateurs can really learn from, because we're getting annoyed with us doing this and then we'll walk on and be really angry at the shot we've just hit, whatever. Forget it, we're done now, we'll go to the next one. Tip number 3 is actually similar to tip number 1, or it's part of tip number 1 with the pre-shot routine, is envisioning your shots. This is something that I was told by a scratch golfer, is that they really try and envision your shot. I know a lot of people just say envision your shot, oh I think I want to hit a draw. No, stand, pick your target, look at it and say I want to draw it off of that a tiny bit. Aiming small means hopefully that you miss small, and that is actually a sentiment that I find quite important, and I try and aim for a really small target, and then if I miss it by a little bit, that's great. Look at how exactly you want to play the shot. Think about how it might land, how it might bounce and pitch, and where it might roll. All of these sorts of things to consider, the wind, all the rest of it. Just really concentrate and think, this is exactly what I'm trying to do, and then go and try and execute that shot. This, I guess, might be one that you guys probably already have it in place. Everyone sort of thinks they know what they want their shot to do, but maybe we dial that in a little bit further, trying to execute it a little bit more precisely, and we say, actually, this is exactly what I want to do, rather than generally I just want to hit a draw. Well, where do you want to draw it off? How much do you want to draw it? What's your target line? What's your start line? All of that sort of stuff. Tip number 4, manage your expectations. I think I've said this many times, and it's something that I'm just getting to sort of grips with now. Truly managing your expectations on a hole specifically. So let's say, you've hit a really bad tee shot. Be okay from that moment. Okay, look, well, I might make bogey now. Don't scramble and try and make par and smash one out of the trees and get it. You'll end up compounding errors, which is a massive problem. So understand that, bad shots will happen. They just do. For everyone, the PGA Tour pros hit bad shots. No, you're going to hit bad shots. Be okay with that and sort of manage it using stats, because that's really helped me in the last couple of weeks since I've started this project Scratch, is looking at what a scratch handicapper's average stats are. They miss greens from 100 yards, they miss greens from 120 yards, and so on. So if I don't hit my 4-iron onto the green from 210 yards, well, guess what? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Move on. It's okay. That said, GM Golf, which I'm sure you all know, is he'll hit a bad shot, and he, is a very good golfer, and he'll just say, oh God, instead of saying, how annoying is that, I've just done that, he'll say, how good would it be if I hold this next one? works for me. It's a positive mental attitude, and you can really go into the next shot confident, say, wow, if I hold it, it would be amazing, it would be unbelievable, and obviously it would. So you've forgotten about how bad the shot you've just hit was, and you're on to the next one, already thinking about how potentially good this next one can be. So it's all about, the positive mental attitude and just dealing with the issues as they come. Tip number 5, and the final tip, is don't put too much pressure on yourself and sort of stay patient, because the amount of times you hear people, me included, on the course, average golfers, God, I need to make a birdie here, or this is a birdie hole, blah, 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 blah. We're not scratch golfers yet, we're not. And it's okay not to be, and it's okay to not go on, make a birdie every time you play this shorter hole or anything like that. And you just understand that, you're never going to play amazingly on every single hole, and that's okay. And don't put too much pressure on yourself to go and make a birdie, because often you play, I'm sure we'd all agree, you play your best golf when you don't really care, or I do anyway, for sure. Bit of a different video for you guys, a shorter one, but I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm enjoying learning and getting into the depths of golf and how to get better, and this comes with it, speaking to golfers and learning new things and techniques, mental side of things a lot of the time. I'd love to know a few tips, so leave them in the comments if you guys have any tips as to how you approach the game, and things that have helped you on the mental side of things get better at golf. Yeah, do subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you in the next one.